There are tremendous benefits to an organization like Health Sciences North, which is a Academic Health Science Centre in Sudbury, Ontario. Our affiliated medical school is the Northern Ontario School of Medicine. We're the major hospital for Northeastern Ontario. This hospitalist organization couldn't function without IHPs. There are rare departments that haven't had successful recruitment of an IHP and haven't benefited from it. There's a whole bunch of moving parts. There's graduating physicians and or other credentialed professionals like nurse practitioners or dentists that we need to recruit in order to satisfy the needs of our clients, our patients. We're a resource-rich yet resource-finite organization. We need to make sure that we're lean in our production. So that's one of the challenges. I can imagine we're amongst the most complex organizations with respect to hiring, and then even the hire has some nuances to it. Perhaps a physician trained in another province or another country needs to get licensure in this province. There are several different paths to get licensure, and so those specialists that we use in an integrated model are required to help us navigate all of that complicated legislative requirements. Even though we're a regional health center, we're an academic health science center, we're one of the newest, or in fact the newest kid on the block. And so our piece of the pie, so to speak, when it comes to academics is different than well-established academic health science centers. And so we need to make sure that we establish ourselves in that game, so to speak. And so that represents another challenge. We're remote. We're certainly not remote as some other northern communities. There's good highways and good connections, but for some people, and when you look at where people train, the vast majority of people don't train in Northern Ontario, although we do now have probably bar none the most successful vehicle, and that is a Northern Ontario School of Medicine. The premise being if they train in the North, they'll stay in the North, and that promise has held true. And so it's a bit of a flyer to move up to Sudbury or to move up to northern communities or serve northern communities, because it's different than being in Toronto or having the amenities of that cosmopolitan city. And so that's a struggle. And the socioeconomics of our region is such that we have a greater burden of illness. People aren't as highly educated. The incomes aren't as great. We have underserved segments of our population, either because of their remoteness or their history. We look at the Aboriginal community, and we have a higher percentage of Aboriginals in Northern Ontario that require different types of care or care that's culturally sensitive to their needs. This is a francophone area, and so there is certainly an asset if they're francophiles or francophones and can communicate with some of our patients in their language of choice. The biggest barrier, sometimes it's a bit of a shock, especially in Sudbury for IHPs, if they haven't been to a region like this, or they haven't seen snow, or they haven't been around truly four-seasoned area, or they haven't been in an area where there's not as much summer. So there's a whole bunch of moving parts. I'm sure it's not different than other jurisdictions. It's not dissimilar here, but they're very unique circumstances, all of which present their own unique challenges in recruitment, and they need consideration when we recruit someone in terms of having a positive effect on the end game and ensuring that we can deliver patient services.